What's going on, everyone? Welcome to another edition of Old Talk here on the United Hour. And I am pretty much not in the best of moods because I got some news that's pretty upsetting. If anybody's been reading as of late, the Glazers are being the bane of our United fans' existence as they are making an attempt to delay the sale of the club until after the summer, during the summer. They're just basically planning on holding out as much as they can. And this is all stemming from apparently Joel and Avram don't want to give up their stake. This is irritating me down to the very core of my existence right now. But I am surely not the only one who feels this way. Of course, as you can see, I am joined by a distinguished panel here. My boy all the way out in Florida, Mr. Devin Walker, out here doing his thing, and Mr. Robert Wallace, the provocateur himself. Gentlemen, I hope your Sunday is a bit more of a positive note than mine right now.
So yeah, well, I am a little bit of a different mood than you, and I mean, there's a lot of stuff going around today, but I am taking the words from one Patrice Roberts. I am drinking my water. I'm minding my business.
You see how much of a far reach Soca music has, ladies and gentlemen. Patrice Roberts is international, so
Exactly.
let's just take that for what it is. But of course, we do have to get into the discussion, of course, and it is good to see that people are joining us. We want to say a special good afternoon to Mr. Kurt Andrews. Thank you for joining. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. We are taking this in seriously as we are trying to get into the mix of the matter. But of course, we want to start off with what we're talking about here. And right now, this feels like the mood of every Manchester United fan upon hearing that news. I'm just basically looking at this and how I'm feeling right now. This is exactly how I'm feeling because what are we doing? What's going on here? Why are these gentlemen trying to make our lives as fans miserable? Robert, I know you have a lot to say on the matter, so let me start with you. I know
Oh
when we
God.
spoke about this a while back,
Mhm.
you honestly weren't surprised
No,
so far. What is your on this?
no. I've always said before. I don't trust these men. I don't trust them. They value money over anything else. So hearing this news now, I am not surprised. I mean, I was. I know people were getting a little bit hype, for new owners, new improvement, new money. But I kept saying, until I don't hear Fabrizio Romano say, here we go, until I don't see that ink dry on that contract, I was never, ever, ever going to trust these men to do what was right. And, I mean, they took our, right now, right? City just won the league again. Three-peat, right? This is their first three-peat. They are on the road to a treble. Arsenal just threw away the league. Chelsea are back in League One. Liverpool are failures. And you tell me that these men still have to come and find a way to stick it to us. We can't even I can't even enjoy the banter because these men are just gonna bring us right back to where we were last year before,
Hmm.
and it is back to that whole. I don't know why they feel as though this cycle is gonna end because it's gonna, even if Ten Hag, right, by somehow could get this team to work again next year, because again, we don't know who they will buy. We don't know how much money they'll get. We don't know. Let's just say, right, we buy a couple players, not much, maybe two. How long will it take for us fans to start to turn again back to where we were last year before, where you had men saying Ten Hag out, Ten Hag in, Bruno out, Bruno in, this one out. How quick can this whole thing turn? You know what I mean? So I don't know. I'm not surprised, but at the same time, It's like you're getting almost $1 billion per glazer. Now, unless them seeing money that we can't see, and I feel as though they can, I feel as though they have guys who could see more money, I guess, next year. So I guess that's what they gambling on, I guess. I don't know. I don't know.
Hmm.
I don't
I
know.
mean, it's something that just like it's a continuing cycle because just when you think that you're seeing some sort of light at the end of the tunnel, they just come from any. I'm like, nope, close that. Nope, we're going anywhere. Dev,
Mhm.
also want to say special good afternoon to CJ who's just joined us as well too.
Yeah, Phil.
Hope your Sunday's going better than a lot of us right now. Devin, I wanna ask you this. Looking at this whole situation, where do you think that leaves the fan base? I mean, what kind of reaction are you honestly expecting from us?
Well, I have to think different than how I would think because my take on this personally is take everything you're hearing in the media and all this right now with a grain of salt. Right now, there's probably only maybe four groups who actually really know what's going on with it. No, sorry, yeah, three groups who really know what's going on with it. That's the Ring Group. That is Sheik's delegation.
Hmm.
The Glazers, and Sir Jim. So yeah, probably four like out of everybody who really knows what's going on with the situation. So you're gonna see a lot of things going on here and whatnot in the news. People are gonna put speculation. Reporters have to get deadlines, so they have deadlines to meet. They have to put out something, even if it's partially true or not true at all. They have to put something out. Obviously, it's their job. Until I hear anything official come from those four people who I mentioned above earlier, I am taking everything with a grain of salt. Now, obviously, in today's world is very reactionary. People see things, and they're going to react, whether that's their true reaction, or they're just doing it for views. Like what's his? Actually, I'm not even going to say his name. I'm not going to give him the time of day here. His name starts with Mark, and he's a United fan. Just for hints, anybody who's asking. But yeah,
Yeah,
he's a perfect example of somebody who does that. So just take what you're hearing with a grain of salt. Do not
Mhm.
panic until you hear anything else. Because I know we're going to get into another topic later on involving Sheikh Jassim. I know it's coming later on, so I don't want to jump ahead, but just
correct.
take
Yeah, yeah.
everything you're hearing with a grain of salt.
All right. And CJ, like we disturb you from your slumber.
No,
I'm, I
I
need
just,
to make.
I just tired of this drama.
I know. I mean, honestly, that was one of my next questions. I mean, it's like on a scale of 1 to 10, it's like how tired do you think fans are? But I want to lean into another question with you as this: when you look at the whole aspect of it, do you think that this is the situation where the Glazers are gonna try and play the long game and gonna feel like you know what? Is this gonna be them waiting for us to just be like accept like find a way to accept that they're gonna still be here because this whole notion of Sir Jim Radcliffe coming in and trying to buy a portion of the club, whereas Sheikh Jassim wants to buy 100% of the club. Do you think it's like they're just gonna play with the fans' desperation, or do you are you holding on to the hope of that Sheikh Jassim comes in and everything gets rectified? What is your mindset going into this whole thing? Yeah, CJ, that question was for you.
Oh, sorry. I thought it was for Devin because I was like, so I got Devin question. So I got Devin question. You should go first. But personally, looking at it and looking at the news, as Devin said, you can't really take everything serious because at the same time, let me look at it from this sense. We kind of knew they were going to play a long game, and they knew that they were going to be a reactionary game, so they could find some way to either add up the price or make the price go up. But me personally, I'm leaning on to this idea that two things could be out right at once, but at the same time, we do not know everything that's going on. Because me personally, I think we really will not know until the end of the season. Like it's a harsh reality. It's a harsh reality, yes. But the thing is, I think we have to understand that this is going to be announced at the end of the season. after Champions League, not even after we can secure top four, I think after Champions League, when all football is done, they're going to make that announcement because they like that kind of big grand thing. Because think about it, if you look at it, it would be too easy to announce everything now. Like, where do you fun in that?
So you think this is just a whole center of
On a
attention
side
thing?
note, before we go
Yeah.
anywhere with this, I just want to point out that there is a Manchester derby going on right now.
Okay, how are we looking?
We are 1-0 up right now in the 68th minute. City's keeper has been sent off. David De Gea is in the stands watching, supporting the women's side as well. So just for any fans watching that as well.
Heavy! Heavy!
Shout
So
out
when
to
you see
David
me
De Gea.
talking like, over at my screen, I am supporting our team as well. So
But
Of course, we
David,
want to shout out the ladies team as well too, doing the best
David,
to.
yes,
my boy
Say again?
David, come. My
as,
David,
as, soon, as soon as I spoke, City just equalized. Yeah. Let me turn this game off. let me turn this game off right now.
It seems Devin and his luck with that hat only works with the men's team. Anyway, let's go to some comments.
hello,
Courtney Andrews is saying, sir. Anyway, Courtney Andrews is saying, I am sorry that fella's playing a long game. I mean, we're kind of inclined to agree here. President Chad is also listening. He says, fire for the Glazers. I mean, I think that's everybody's sentiments here. I think we speak for everybody in this panel and most United fans worldwide. Martin Phillip just raised an interesting one here, and he's directing it to you, Robert. He says that I like the question just asked, but is there a reason for the Glazers to sell? Robert, what's your take on that?
Again, I will say, I feel as though they have people there who are telling them that it have more money to be made later on down the line. They are holding out for the most amount of money that they can get. So it's either they want all of it or they want what they have now. But either which way, they won't lose. You understand?
I mean,
Well,
what do you
I-
think about the whole situation?
I want to add on to Robert's comments on that one as well.
Go ahead, Devin. Go ahead.
Right now, there's a talk about the streaming rights, which is where a lot of money could come into the Premier League coming up in the next couple of years. I think
Right.
in 3 years now, the streaming deal, the current one expires, and that's when the Premier League could set up their own streaming service.
Hmm.
You could imagine how much Manchester United could charge. Like how many? Well, even put it this way, Manchester United, I think, is 700 or 800 million fans around the world.
Mhm.
If you charge just £1 per each fan to watch. Obviously, you have some people that go in bars and whatnot, but I mean, realistically, you could probably be getting at a minimum 100 million a match.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Per match.
So you have that.
That's-
That could be a reason why the Glazers are looking to stay. A reason why they could be looking to go as well is that all the infrastructure needs significant renovations, and either they do not want to or cannot foot the bill to do those renovations, and you want to cash in now before the value starts to diminish more. So you got to figure out which end are they playing. Like you have to look at it from both sides to come up. See, like it's kind of like when you have an enemy, you have to understand the way your enemy thinks to figure out why they're moving the way they do.
But my thing is with that, just to kind of counteract your point a little bit. My thing is with that, even if they do see the money coming in from the TV deal, I mean, it's not like it's necessarily going to go back into the club. They're just probably going to look at that as an opportunity for them to hoard more money in that regard because they couldn't take out dividends this season.
It could be a way for them to increase the overall value of the club as well too.
Yeah.
Be that as it may, it's not something that works well for the productivity of United, especially as you mentioned. There's a lot of the infrastructure that needs renovation. The stadium as a whole and it's leaking. The training facilities need updating. I mean, let's face it, Cristiano Ronaldo decided to go to town on a whole facility in that Piers Morgan interview. Anyway,
But then
let the clowns have their moments.
United,
We
United looking like you like about 500 feel, yes.
yes, I'm
No, but
going
then
through
you
some
see-
more of the comments. I'm going through some more of the comments right now. President Chad is adding here that they don't care about our transfer plans, Ted Hog's plans, or the fans. That's true. And he says slew them in his best. He says slew them in his best Capleton voice. Robert, when you get a chance, see if you can pull up that song and play it for us now. For those who don't know that, And he's echoing this, and he's echoing that just now. He say, "Hey, Devin, you tell yeah, I'm like, boy, he says you talk too soon to the ladies. Hey, good afternoon to
Yeah,
Mark Lewis, Mr. White envy me himself. He says the Glazers are money satans, plain and simple. Fire for them. It's like, well, I mean, this is basically the unanimous feeling amongst the Glazers. I mean, to me, if I could just weigh in on my 2 cents here for a second, I mean, I'm not. I may probably be thinking from more from an emotional standpoint. I get it from the business sense that you're looking at an opportunity to maximize the profit and to be able to increase the revenue that comes into the team as well too. But yet you're looking at from the perspective of whether the people who are supporting your organization, the people who are supposed to be your customer base, your ground basis for where you're making the money, are the people that don't want you around. They don't want your services. They don't want you here overall.
no,
So basically,
Yeah,
you're proving to a lot of people here that you're nothing more than a glutton for punishment if you're sticking around this long.
yes,
That's
but
what that tells me.
definitely.
right.
So
Yeah, because
why
yeah,
why would you want to do that and then risk
Then
yourself
okay,
being not
now
just losing profit wise, but also risking yourself being attacked by the very people that you're expecting
okay,
to
now
support you and fund you?
I will say something else, right? Take the
Okay.
four of us here. Take the four of us here, right?
Uh-huh.
Let's just say
Listen.
that the whole streaming thing comes into service, comes into act this summer, right? So let's just say we
Hmm.
all had to pay £1 per year to watch our matches, right? Per year, all right? £1, all of us. Greg, you may say you're not paying. CJ may go and pirate something. Definitely will pay, and I will pay.
What?
No, I'm just saying.
call me Blackbeard.
Yes. No, but no. You understand?
I pirated
No,
this
but
shit
no.
out of that.
Yeah, that's right. That's what I'm saying. But what
All
I'm
right,
saying
Jack
is
Sparrow.
that two of us, right?
Fact.
Two of us are paying. One of us not paying. And even though Devin may be pirating it from wherever, whoever he's getting it from is paying for it anyway. You understand? So as fans, we are not gonna leave.
Hmm.
Because unfortunately we can't leave. We unless you are gonna tear up your card and tear up your fan card and say, you know what, I done with football. I mean, are you? Because I know I find it very hard to do it. I find
I
it very,
mean,
very hard.
we grew up loving this sport from small, so it's kind of
Right.
like it's ingrained in
And
our DNA to a point. And then, especially being United supporters, you as much as you want better for your club, it's kind of hard to give up something that you've known for basically almost half your life in some regards, if not longer.
exactly. Exactly.
So
And I think
I
that is what is going
understand
on.
where there's a bittersweet feeling, but it's like Martin Phillip is saying here that the fans, especially in England, must take a serious stand for the Glazers to go. Devin, I wanna throw this out to you. What do you think it would take for us to get like a unified stand from the fans as regards the Glazers situation? Because we had an example of that about 2 seasons ago where the fans came in, disrupted the Liverpool game. Where does it take it go into a bigger stance where it becomes more of a global effect in that regard?
Well, to be fair, it actually we had that already. So if you
Really?
remember,
Okay.
yeah, don't forget, right before last season, yeah, it would have been last season.
Right.
It was yeah, they had people in England that were protesting there. But remember, they also
Right.
started saying go after the sponsors. You remember Adidas
Right.
United that the sales were not going too well. So what they do, they turn around and got Ronaldo.
Mhm.
So
Of course.
there's already been a blueprint that's showing that yeah, that's what can be done from an international standpoint. Remember that was also off the back of the Glazers showing their true colors with that Super League attempt. They showed what they
Yes.
were really all about. So that was something to unify the squad. What I can tell you now though is everybody's being patient and waiting what's going on now with the news a potential sale or not. But I can tell you this: if they go through all this and nothing happens, that will come back. That will come back into fruition again too. Just watch.
Yeah.
Because
There's
also,
there's definitely going to be hell to pay.
for example, let's remember who is on United's shirt right now.
Team viewer.
What happened to them?
Didn't they say they were leaving at the end of this season?
Exactly. So that's the point because they didn't get the business that they were going like. So yeah, there's ways that you can do it from a global standpoint that could happen, and that's the talk.
Personally,
Like obviously in England,
Hmm.
there I I don't condone violence. I don't condone this in any way. I'm just saying my opinion.
No, no, no. Speak your mind.
I have a feeling that you will see some pitch invasion like you've never seen before.
Personally, I would take a
Mhm.
flight to England, and if Avram Glazer do an interview, I just got a ball out. Avram, I live in the hospital, our house. Avram, our
Why?
house.
Why?
Sally Club,
Why?
our house. Sally Club, Joel, Sally Club, our house.
Hey, I can't with you. I cannot with
But
you.
yeah, like that will be the key thing though, to go after the sponsors.
But wait,
Make it so
goodness.
toxic. Make it so toxic to be tied to Man United while the Glazers are involved that they start losing money.
question though. But
Oh man, let's go through some comments. Hold on, CJ. Let me just go through a few comments there real quick. All right, so Jeffrey is saying that heard they have a mall in New York and it's run down. They're all concerned about collecting money, and it's the same with United because they never invested in the club with their money.
Well,
That
how
is
do
the god honest truth, eh?
you think Malcolm Glazer got his money in the first place?
oh no,
That's a good point.
So, yeah, Malcolm
That's
Glazer.
a
I can tell
very
you,
good
I can
point.
tell you, he made his money off of strip malls and running it like a slumlord.
Oh yes.
So,
oh my
Wow.
god.
like, to see this comment here, yeah,
Mark
that's
Lewis is
why
saying-
I don't look surprised one bit.
Why not accurate?
Mark Lewis
though?
is saying some skull had a crack. He's saying Robert, some skull had a
Yeah.
crack for them to realize it's serious.
Mhm.
Like David said, and we share the sentiments here. We are not condoning violence, but whatever happens to the Glazers, we are not here condoning these actions.
Aye.
This is
Hello.
just
I
the
don't-
opinions of the commenters, and they are not the opinions of those involved on Old Talk and those of
Exactly.
Manchester United supporters Caribbean and the United Hour in
Yeah.
turn. Jeffrey
Exactly.
is also saying here. I stand against them. Last kit I bought was a Chicharito top. United won't be getting any more of my money until the Glazers are totally gone.
Yeah, boy. Damn.
And President Chad is coming. He says, under the worst days of Ashley, Newcastle fans didn't stop supporting the club. We need to be strategic. Attack the Glazers, their business, and the sponsors, but not the club and players. And I
Well,
believe
yeah.
that is the correct
Of
way to
course.
go about it.
Yeah,
that is the correct way to go about it. Let
You
the sponsors and those involved know
Yeah, you can't.
that yes, we're supporting the club, but we are supporting the club and the club only. You and your business are not welcome here. Go ahead, CJ.
Yeah, but hear me out though, right? But when you think about it, right, the Super League, and this was something that I found interesting in the fan base in the strike. I remember when we went and we disrupted the Liverpool game. So I saw a tweet where somebody said it was because of the strike, it cost us top 4 in Europa because it destabilized our form. Now, let me tell you, now I just want to take this time to really attack that tweet because I didn't give it the full energy I was supposed to give it, but I go and be honest with you.
Let me put your front and center for this. I'm gonna put your front and center for this.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie though. When I saw that tweet, I was like, you know what? This had to be the most bootlicking comment I have ever seen in our whole United fan base. Like my guy, I don't want to attack the team. I don't want to say no, but let me be real. I think you're being a bit too nice for saying that the strike caused us to drop form because we were going to drop form anyway. Let's be very real about that. Let's be real. The Europa League was not because of a little strike. The Europa League because it was David can't save or shoot. That was just it, and nobody was finished on that.
And to be fair, that strike that season, that was the season we finished second. So we didn't miss Champions League because of that.
For me, it seemed
So the logic off. They didn't even make any sense. Their facts were off by miles.
It saved football seemingly because imagine if we didn't strike, we would have been watching Super League football. I don't want to watch that ever.
No.
Only I said if Super League football, you know, I tell my mother, I go and start watching HGTV. I don't like HGTV.
Why not?
Wow.
Why
I
not?
haven't enough to watch.
My boy rather watch Home and Gardening than
I'd rather watch two very rich people struggle to get a house under the budget of $23 million. Like, damn, that's tough, boy. Yeah, that real tough, boy.
I feel like that's the point where you know you've truly turned old is when you start enjoying that channel.
Dog, my mother be out here talking like Thierry Henry about color pieces. It's like, what the hell? Why is this much? Why does it sound like?
So yeah, I don't know what's worse. Is between that, or when you go to the supermarket, you start hearing tunes that you grew up listening to,
Yeah,
and you're like, wait, hold on, and they're like, yeah, and they talk about it being the classics, and
yeah,
you're like,
yeah.
that was just yesterday. Yeah,
All
exactly.
right, and we're joined by Mr. Kes Wilson here as well, folks.
Hey,
Kes,
Chestnut.
thank you for joining us, my guy.
Sorry for the late admission. I was getting some internet problems.
Yeah, now trust me, it happens to the best of us. I'm surprised I'm still working mine as well too, because every other day is like this laptop wanna give me all kind of problems. Um,
Yeah, man.
Jeffrey made has an interesting solution here. He's saying you could do with them what the monkeys do to visitors at the zoo.
Oh my god. Oh
Oh
my
my
god,
god.
no. Oh my god, no. Oh god, no. No.
Okay, but is that your own or someone else's own?
Yeah, like for real though.
I mean,
Like wait, that's a real question though.
um,
Where it coming from?
where?
So,
Real,
so
real.
hey, listen.
I mean,
I
are
mean,
we gonna
everybody had their
like take
preference,
it?
but I personally wouldn't do that.
No, 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 no.
Jeffrey,
No,
Jeffrey,
no,
yeah, do you, brother?
no,
Do
let's
you?
explore it. So every time that I go to the bathroom, right, I have to get a bag, right, and collect it. And I know, and then put it where?
We're actually,
And then, I mean, is it just me? Is it like all of us collectively?
Wait,
I mean, where?
wait, Jeffrey, you had to scoop it up or find something to pick it up.
No, I mean, it's a serious thing.
Yeah,
And then
for real.
how do we get it all up, like on a plane to go up the road? How?
Yeah.
I mean, DHL.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
No, like for real. But I can't believe Jeffrey asking us to pelt Arsenal jerseys at the Glazers. I can't believe that. I can't believe that. Like,
Well, yes.
but Trudeau he said he wasn't talking about that. He wasn't talking about that. He wasn't talking about that.
Lord, I can't.
Like, imagine me out here. I thought Jeffrey was talking
Paul
about again.
say he fully condones any violence.
Hey,
No,
yeah.
but
Mark said, I'd rather watch them.
Come on here and say I fully condone violence. So I got way too much to lose on here for that.
Bro.
I
Marcus
just
said he'd
know-
rather try to fix
on the
flooding and
record,
put a
on the
speed. That's my
record.
god.
On the record,
Jeffrey's
I-
actually saying it can be from any species there. So I mean,
So wait, we could pelt any Arsenal jersey with any Arsenal player. So you mean to tell me we go and pelt a Neil Smith Road jersey at the Glazers?
Yeah.
No way.
A
No
Smith
way, no.
Rowe,
oh
a
my
Saka,
god.
and
Oh, nah.
Nketiah.
Nah, let me leave.
Yeah,
Let me leave.
son.
Leave Saka out.
No, no,
of
no,
that.
no. Saka is in the
No,
same
leave.
pot.
No, let me leave Saka
They're
out of
all
that.
two.
Nah.
Hey,
Damn.
they're
I can't.
Damn.
all of them. All of them.
Nah,
I don't
nah.
care. All.
Damn.
You know
Damn,
why?
damn.
Yeah.
And you know what? Speak
All of them.
as we're speaking about those gentlemen, I'm jumping into a different subject here for a moment. Apparently, if anybody has been watching on Twitter, there has been a back and forth between United and City fans. I mean, not United and City fans, United and Arsenal fans. I mean, we really care. Nobody really cares about City that much. I mean,
City fans?
I was watching them like I was like I actually know a City
guys-
fan, and I tried this and I told them this. I was like I shouted out in the air. I was like, "Hey yo, City won the league."
Well, no.
Nobody
they,
reacted.
well,
I'm like, see, nobody
Did
cares.
you
Well,
see the
no,
videos?
they're the only fan I know from City. I don't know else.
Well, to be
So, yeah, so-
fair,
so-
to be fair though, we do have to we have to give a shout out to one City fan I think on this channel because he's
Martin?
Shout out to Martin Phillip. Yeah, shout out to Martin Phillip, one of the ever presents in the comment section.
Always has he's very civil with discussions. I actually enjoy his input. He's actually talking, not just talking to make sport or anything like that. He's actually talking to prove points and whatnot too. So to him, congratulations.
Yeah, we have to be cordial in that regard. So, getting back to the initial topic that I had in hand here, apparently Arsenal fans have been accusing United fans of doing this.
Boy,
So, I saw a couple of them trying to throw that in our direction and saying how we were twerking for Man City because they lost the league. You know something? I'm going to just I need to get front and center for this so that we can break this down. So you can clip this and send this to any Arsenal fan that you like, because I want to set the record straight right here, right now. So, Arsenal fans, you need to understand one thing and understand it very carefully. Manchester United fans are not celebrating City winning the league. We are celebrating that you bottled it because you were giving people all of this lip and you were talking with all of this chest saying that you were going to win the league yourselves. You failed to do so. So understand that. You had an 8-point gap. You threw away 3 games. Southampton, Liverpool, West Ham. You got piped by City, and then you lost to Brighton, and now you lost the other day to Nottingham Forest. Mind you, apparently beating them at home isn't for everyone. Just ask Liverpool. So, how is it that when you're the ones that are getting bantered for doing that, and basically getting all of the initial statements that you made being thrown back into your faces, all of a sudden that becomes United fans are celebrating City winning? Okay, they did the they did a three-peat. Congratulations. We've done it twice. They still have to win the Champions League. They have not completed the treble yet. They can still lose games. As seemingly impossible to you as it may have seemed. Don't get mad at us because you decided that you wanted to be the ones that threw away every competition so you could say you were focusing on the league.
Bigger fish to
According to
fry.
certain, yes, I was not going to say that. According to a certain YouTuber who's an Arsenal fan, we've got bigger fish to fry. We're going to focus on the league alone.
It was all our hands.
As that same YouTuber said when he had a record career, do sniff the coke. And guess what y'all did? You took 1 sniff, 2 sniff, 3 sniff, 4 sniff.
Oh my
5
god. So, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. In fact, you know what? I'm going to just everyone in the comments who are here. What do you think of those statements? Please, I want to put up your comments. Feel free, share and get the opinions of your other fellow United fans. And I'm going to go around the panel. I'm going to go around the panel and I'm going to give everybody an opportunity to say their feelings on that. Kes, I'm going to start with you because I know you joined late, but I was like, what is your take on that? What is your take on that? Because these are the fans out of place, boy.
Cooking is a hell of a job.
Yeah.
Cooking is a hell of a job.
Thank you, Rick James. Robert, I know you have a lot of fun. You have smoke for them. Please.
Oh god.
Go in.
No.
Go
You see,
in.
it's
Go
how
in.
these men, right? It's how they come and say after the fact. That was never the plan. Our thing was we was always to get top 4. We always to get top 4. Again, these is men, right? You go, you say you're going to do X. You were on top, doggy. You were on top. And as per usual, you did nothing. Or there's a bunch of sour grape men, The same man, put it all in our hands, saying how the Carabao Cup, right? It's a small cup, a small trophy. When they were in it, it was a big thing. Now they're out, it's a small trophy. All y'all are men who go to fets. You see a girl, you like the girl, you can't get through the girl, and then come and say, oh, I was never on she.
That was not she, you know.
I was never on she. I was never on that.
Yeah.
Look at your breasts.
Boy,
So small.
yes, she wasn't talking like that to me, boy.
But-
Yes, she wasn't
No.
talking like that.
United just scored. United just scored in stoppage time.
Oh yes. Yes, Devin. Yes, Devin. Yes. That is beautiful news. That is beautiful news. Shout out to the ladies. Another Manchester derby win for us. Oh my
Because
goodness.
apparently, right, beating City, right, is not for everybody, you know. Beating City is not for everybody. You understand? These Arsenal men, a bunch of small
Jerome,
penis
still
men.
alive.
soft penis man who can't get no erection. Go and
What?
take some pills.
Hey,
Go and
yo,
take some
pause.
pills.
Hey,
No,
yo,
no,
hey,
no,
yo.
no, 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 no.
Brother,
No, go take some
brother,
Whoa.
pills. No, I
brother,
cannot. No,
brother,
no, 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 no,
brother,
no,
Hey,
brother.
no.
man. Big
No,
man.
no, no, go away, go away. No, 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 no,
Yeah.
no, no, no,
Maybe
no.
relax
I'm
me.
sorry. But there's something. There's something.
Aye.
There's something. If you want,
Jesus,
right, to
Jesus.
find a girl who really used to please, ask her, was your man an ask her man? And she said, yes, he was. Cool. You know you inside. You know you inside us. You know you inside. They might have nothing else. They have nothing else. They have nothing. Dog, 5 times us. Five, 5 times you, 5 times dog. Five.
Christ.
You bottle the league 5 times
You
in
see,
10. Five.
this is why I should have I was saying I should let about go first because look how you going in.
I
My
tell
boy have
ya.
smoke buddy. I'm gonna go through the comments and then I'm gonna come back to you guys just now. Hey, Jeffrey saying Arsenal fans are finding excuses to hide their feeling. That is exactly what it is. That is exactly what it is. These guys are so ashamed that the fact that they bottled the league, they don't want anybody to tell them about it. So their only go to when they realize what's going on, oh, let's make fun of Manchester United and their season. We
Mhm.
have a trophy, people. You have nothing.
We
Huh.
get through, you know. We
Huh.
get through.
CJ, you need to send me that video because I wanted to play that today.
Oh, the
Oh my
Robbie
goodness.
video? Oh, say that,
Yes.
son. Oh, say, I feel
Mark
like,
Lewis is
I feel like,
Mark Lewis is saying City and Arsenal with Greece shot.
oh
What?
no, that's not what he said.
Greece
We
was
can't say
shot
that.
sanded.
We can't say
Brother
that.
man.
We
Brother
can't say that.
man.
No,
Brother
we
man.
can't say that. I know.
Brother man.
I know what he's
Yo.
like. We can't say
Man,
that.
hey.
We can't.
Mark, wait,
Mm-mm.
Mark, whatever you was drinking, put it down. Put it down.
Mark,
No,
boy,
no, you
no.
see,
Anyway,
you see,
let's see.
mhm,
President Chad said Arsenal fans are just shame.
mhm.
Adrian Duncan, thank you for showing up, my guy. He's saying they're Arsenal fans. Vacancies have opened up at Solo, SM Jaleel, and the Coca-Cola Company apply.
That's tough, yes. That's tough, yes. That's tough. That's tough. That real tough. That real
No,
tough.
you see, right? The problem with them, right, is that they began to believe their own hype. You know, they began to say, we are going to win. If you had
Arsenal.
just kept your mouth shut, right? Enjoy the vibes, right? Keep your mouth closed and say, you know what? One game at a time, one game at a time. We would not be here. But
Mm-hmm.
you jump out yourself and you say, we are going to win.
Arsenal
You
men
jump out
just vexed.
yourself.
Arsenal.
I mean,
Arsenal.
it was those tweets from especially this next one on Twitter, Well Beast. He was always
Hmm.
like, "Oh, it's lonely at the top. It's lonely at the top."
Yeah.
I'm like, and then he decided to backtrack, and he's like, stop, he's decided to backtrack. His top four was always the goal. It's like, why am I getting all of this hate? No, your boy. I mean, I ain't too far off from Roberts. I think I'm somewhere in between Roberts and CJ at times. When
Why
I'm
are you
quiet,
here?
I'm quiet. But when I'm violent, I'm violent. I just decided to just clip him and just screenshot his tweets, and I'm like, "This you."
Yeah.
The problem with
Oh.
Arsenal men was we let them cook and they try to cook Spanish rice with prunes.
Brother
Didn't
man,
have
they
these
no,
prunes.
they tried to cook and they ended up burning the whole kitchen.
You know who awesome right now? You know
Oh
when you
no.
right, you know them fellas, right? Who just lie and say to get something, and then when the truth comes
Mm.
out, Arsenal man. Don't lie. The liars. Stop lying.
I never
Stop
see.
lying.
I never
Martin
see. I
Martin Phillip
never
is saying
see.
that he was offline. So let me just give you a quick recap, Martin. First of all, we were extending our congratulations to your team for winning the league, and we were also talking about Arsenal and their capitulation at attempting to take the title from you. And well, we all know how that ended. So
Mm.
yeah, hey, we could be roasting Arsenal fans all day. Let me let you finish off.
Well,
CJ, I didn't get a chance to get you. Go
Good.
ahead, Dev. Go
Me,
ahead.
first of all, I just want to, before we get back on the Arsenal, I just want to bring up one topic right now.
Listening.
This whole chat is being recorded, right?
Yes.
yes.
Yeah.
Who are all of you that were saying that my hat only works for the men's side? just wondering.
All right, all right. I'm gonna hold my hand
I
up.
got something like this.
I'll hold my hand up with that one. I will hold my hand up. I will even put myself in the middle of the screen for that. I'll hold my hand up. All right, I'll hold
Yeah,
my hand up, Devin. Devin, I apologize for doubting the power of the hat. I
shame,
apologize for doubting the power of the hat. All right,
shame,
so I'm
shame
saying
on
it
all of
right
you.
here.
Yeah.
So just so we're clear, there's no animosity, there's no love lost.
Shame,
I eat him a crew. I
shame,
eat him a crew.
shame on you. Shame on Chad. Shame, 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 shame.
I always knew the man. I always knew the man hat was pro-feminist. So,
Hey,
so
sir, sir, sir.
I never
Why?
said anything with the man hat. I just
Why do it?
saying.
Why you gotta go there? Why you gotta go
I'm
there?
just saying. It was for all
Oh my
people.
god.
Oh well.
So with that being said,
Anyway,
it's full time. Oh, look at Chad. Look at Chad backtracking now too.
There's nothing money. Hey, somebody, hold on. Wait, somebody get our last clip.
Yeah.
Get our last
anyway,
clip.
anyway, now to go back onto the topic of Arsenal, going back to that.
yes, yes. Feel free, Devin. I'm gonna let you go ahead.
Anybody in here who has a little brother or sister will understand these comments I'm about to say.
Oh,
You know how you always have the one that they always want to say things to make themselves feel important. They say like things here and that they'll say the most outrageous, outlandish things, hoping that one thing lands and that one thing they will stick with.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm,
But they will completely forget about all the other comments and things that they said from beforehand.
mhm,
Correct.
And you have to try so hard to keep your mouth shut because if you respond back and it's something they don't like, then it turns to a whole ruckus of things, and somehow it's still your fault after all that.
mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
That's what this
Yeah.
situation is right now.
Yeah.
yeah.
Sad.
It's just a last grasp to kind of just make sure that they don't have to deal with the whole sour grapes taste in their mouth because they know that this was probably their best chance. This is Arsenal's probably their best season in like 20 years.
Mhm.
And
They've
I would
actually
I just want to dedicate one thing to my hat real quick, just real quick.
Yes. Take win.
it,
Shame.
you can't go wrong with Pastor Fred. You
I've
can't go wrong
also-
with Pastor Fred.
I was so fast,
CJ.
well, actually. Let's see if he'll play.
Oh wow. Wow.
I did somehow thinking about self.
That line is my favorite part right there. That is the song I was talking about. That is the song I was talking about, CJ.
I am going next Sunday to ask the choir to play that song for me. I just found it there. That's like I record like Sunday hitting different today, yes?
Hey, boy. Hey.
I was like that one song. Every time I ask the fancy boy, they do nothing special in me. Let me give a singing voice to be fair, because I forget you like you ain't know what you do. Man, I am very sorry.
Oh my goodness.
Arsenal
Oh
have,
my goodness.
if I was Arsenal, I'd have pick up golf or something, boy. This really embarrassing though. It's really embarrassing.
5, you know. 5.
Yeah, but
I
I'm
this women's side win. If you get a chance to watch the highlights of this, that was what our men's side used to do back in the day.
Mhm.
Go and this for anybody here on the panel, go and find the highlights for this match. Please go and watch this match because that was incredible just now.
It's always those nice feelings, especially when you can win something at the death, because it's like you've taken these guys to the limit and you put them out of their misery. You just stuck that dagger right to the end of it, and they can't do anything. That's always a lovely feeling to win a game like that, and it always gets the heart going and everything. So shout out to the women's team for their victory. It's a beautiful moment. So just checking this last comment here. 1 second. This is from. Oh, it's Martin. What he's saying here, he says that the statement you just made about Arsenal is so true. This was going to be Arsenal's best chance to win the league. Yeah, it was, because this was their best chance in 20 years that they've actually had a chance to win the league. They actually surpassed the Invincibles points tally. You know, the so-called greatest ever team that they've ever had, they surpassed their points tally since they're so big on how much points they've accumulated.
Greg,
Let me-
I think we spent too much time talking about the little siblings. Time to move on to something else, bro.
Yeah. Okay. Yes. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right.
Them
And
is the best.
I
Them is
mean,
the best.
you did say that. You did say that.
See, you
You
telling
did say
me,
that. You
right?
know, you wish the
No,
men's
last
team
thing, right?
were.
See, last
Uh,
thing I want to say. This is not a disrespect to anybody. You need to
Okay.
tell me what Arsenal did is what Richard Thompson did with Usain Bolt in 2008. It was amazing because it was second. It was like dog. Came up. Came up. Came up.
See,
They don't celebrate it. They don't celebrate it second because first can't make because they know they gave us.
um,
And the thing is, like, the man was there, you know, he was there bragging, you know.
But you
I
saw
know.
me
He was there bragging, but he was
I know.
I
I
think
know.
that was the race where Usain Bolt stopped running and was like,
My boy literally had time to jog to the finish line, though,
he
Yes,
paused.
boy.
Hey!
And my boy, big up,
because he knew.
big up man like torpedo. Man was like, second.
I
I know.
am on this life with some savages right now. Wow.
My
Wow.
Oh, my chest. Oh, my. Hey.
You know what? I'm going to start. I'm going to have a lobby to talk with President Cha because we need to have a panel of us doing reactions to fans
Man.
whenever their side lose
Man.
because I think we will have a blast.
Last drop. That man basically, Arsenal basically moved like Chris Burchell. Yes, they're glad to be there because they knew they wasn't getting it the next spot in England. Big up Peter.
on to the next topic.
Yeah.
Yes. Moving on. Now we were just celebrating the ladies' victory just now and the performances. So shout out to the ladies. But let's just get back to the men's side a little bit. I mean, this has been a tough season for a lot of us. I know we still have Chelsea and Fulham to close off the season. Plus we have the FA Cup final. But I want to kind of shout them out and I want to give them a chance to really give you guys an opportunity to say, hey, who you think was a standout player. So I want to go around the panel and ask, who's been your player this season? I know they have their awards coming up just now, and so we want to just give our own, and also I want to hear from everybody in the comments as well too. Who has been your player of this season? CJ Courtney, senior wicket.
I'm sorry, dog. It's joke.
No, you're not. You are not sorry.
I just hope if any of them see this clip is a joke or y'all are national heroes. I be joking, y'all. It's
Don't lie. Don't
You
lie.
can't backtrack now. No backtracking now.
Yeah, we
This is
all on record, sir. This is all on record. So
just like how I got to call everybody out for doubting my hat. Now we get to call you out for this as well too.
you also have me on record apologizing, eh? So
It's jokes.
you can't hold no smoke with me.
It's jokes.
Oh my goodness.
No.
So
We
all right. So
joking.
Courtney's already put in his people. He says that young player Garnacho, senior player Casemiro. And Casemiro's a good shout because the way he's come into the midfield and become a standout and kind of almost transform United's midfield, giving us a bit of a backbone we've been missing for some time. So I like those shouts. Devin, I'm gonna start with you. Your standout players or player, depending.
Well, we have the young player. Well, I think that's usually for an academy player, but I don't think Garnacho can get it twice in a row. But he is easily the young player. For the men's player now, I actually think I'm gonna go with Lisandro Martinez.
That's fair. That
you
is
could
very fair.
I mean, like Marcus Rashford could be the easy shout. You'll hear a lot of people saying leading goal scorer, different things like that. It seems he's fallen off a little bit at the end of the season right now, just slightly, not too much. If he had kept up his goal scoring run, it probably would have been a no brainer. But if I'm looking for more of like an unsung hero to put in all the dirty, all like do the the dirty work, the stuff that doesn't get recognized as much, I think I will go with Lisandro Martinez. The only thing that might be going against him is the fact that he got his season-ending injury, so he couldn't finish out the entire season. But what an impact he made in his first season.
Yeah, that's definitely a contender there for that. And I can, given the points that you raised, I can see why you say that. I mean, Lisandro Martinez has really been a solid addition to the team, barring the injury that he got during the Sevilla game in the Europa League. It was an outstanding season, and also he got a goal against Arsenal. Yeah, we're bringing up Arsenal again. But apart from that, yeah, he has been very solid. His partnership with Rafael Varane is probably the best partnership we've seen in a while, and of course, we've seen silverware because of it. So yeah, um, yes, let me get your players that stood out for you this season.
I, without a doubt, Casemiro, right? But if I had to say anybody in the same line with Casemiro, it had to be Bruno. My
Hmm,
captain, Bruno Fernandez. Listen, play. This man wears the heart of United on his sleeve, right? How much it must be? But it was one game the man must be miss whole season, one or two,
true.
right?
Now I think he was
And he
suspended for
plays
the Sevilla second leg. Yeah.
well, yeah, right. This man, when comes to chances created in this league, he is on top, right? We just didn't have
Facts.
the natural number 9 to finish those chances,
Hmm,
right? But Bruno Fernandez is United true and true. Casemiro, I ain't gonna lie,
mhm.
the games we missed, you could see the tire levels just completely drop.
Oh
And
yes.
I will add this, right? And Trevor might like me for saying it, but
Hmm.
CJ know what I'm going to say when I say that,
I
right?
say it, boy.
Congratulations to the Gaya for winning the Golden Glove. But the reason he win that is because of men like Casemiro, Varane, and the whole back line,
Hmm.
right?
Except
Yeah, he
Maguire.
made some real. Well, who's that? Who's Maguire?
Says, no, no, boy, dog.
Right? But
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I
I
will
had to tease him a little bit. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
If not Casemiro, I nominate Bruno Boy. See, my
All
player,
right.
my captain.
Yeah, I mean that's those are fair assessments. Let me just get the comments in. President Chad is saying Marcus Rashford is his player this
I
season.
mean, yeah, I could see that. I could see that
Martin
happening.
Phillip, interesting take from a City fan here. He is saying that Garnacho and the most improved is Aaron Wan-Bissaka, and I'm sure
Well,
Courtney is
yes,
loving
Wan
that
Bissaka
comment.
without a doubt.
Mm.
For me,
Wan
for
Bissaka
me,
without
for,
a doubt, most improved.
for
Yeah,
me,
CJ, go ahead. Let me get yours.
for me, Harry had to get player this season for holding down that bench. Couldn't do it without your dog. Couldn't do it without your top boss. Yo, wait. But serious.
Doug, hey, look, look.
I'm big up. Big up. Ronaldo had to get a little season too, because without him, we wouldn't have realized that we didn't need your dog. Thanks, Stan. Thanks, G. You see when he woke up that Spurs thing? Greatest movement he ever did for that season. Because he
Well,
was holding the ball.
to be fair though, do you think the Glazers would have announced the sale if Ronaldo didn't do what he did?
Yes and no.
That's
Yes
a
and
good
no.
question.
So good move. So good move on Ronaldo for being a whole Kardashian does these wrongs. Pick up you dog. Nice. I needed that.
A whole Kardashian, a whole one. A
But
whole one.
but as a serious, I coming down to it, but serious thing though, for me it's Casemiro. It's Casemiro, Bruno, or Lissandro for me for player this season.
Hmm,
Any one of them can wear it, I'll be fine with it. Because
hmm.
Casemiro, my word, Casemiro, how me out here eating different things. It's like you ever date a girl and like instead you carrying it up to the pizza and movies, she carry her to a gemstone and then boozle after. Like she's showing you new things you didn't think was possible. That's Casemiro Loki.
That is not a girl. That is a unicorn. Okay, it's not a woman.
Well,
We can
Casemiro
go
is
do
a
that.
unicorn. Well,
Right.
Casemiro is a unicorn
Understand the
because
scene. Good.
all my life I was exposed to chicken and fries in McFred. That's
Well,
what it was. That's what it is. I've not Victor Big like McTominay, but
there's
it
nothing
was me chicken and
wrong.
fries and movie talk with them dog. I real sorry.
There's
I'm
nothing
real
wrong with
sorry.
chicken and
Yeah,
chips, man.
I think Martin Phillip missed the joke. But anyway. Oh my
But
goodness.
90 point, Martin. Martin 90 point. At 90 point. Yeah, but
Just now,
for me,
Robert, did I get yours? Did I get your player
No.
of the season?
Mm,
Okay, Dan,
no.
please give us yours.
Um, I'll have to go with Casemiro and Martinez simply
Mm,
because when they came, like the impact that they had on the team was magnificent. I mean, I think Bruno had a great season because of them. De
Right.
Gea had
Yeah.
a great season because of them. Rashford was able to do the things that he did because of them. I think they just rose the levels of this club, you know, and they were able to allow other players to also raise their levels as well. So I would have to say Casemiro and Martinez. And
all right.
my MVP of the year is Phil Jones. This man is a great man. He's a great man. This man has taught the world how to be employed for 12 years. 12 years. And do nothing and get paid. Who else has done that in life? Who else? Show me a hand. Show me a hand. Show me.
Manchester City's third choice keeper.
Mm,
Yeah. But
wow, dog.
dog, this man has earned a living 150 grand a week. Dog, that's madness. I wish I was Phil Jones. I wish I was Phil. Right, oh no, so man, I live in life. The man get a plaque and a video. My
so
word, I'm
so you wish you were a white English football player who was being memed for the many faces that he made.
yeah, but right now I'll be living in a big mansion with my
Marco,
wife.
But
Marco,
to be fair, you see the comments that he said about like all his trolls. I
Yes,
like the energy that he said.
yes,
Yeah, yeah, they're just gonna
right,
be stuck in their mother's basement behind their Twitters. Fact.
yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Marco,
that's probably the
Marco,
Yeah.
best.
And I'm
That's
asking
probably
for
the best
a
now.
millionaire. I like that energy. I like
Yeah.
that.
Phil
I mean,
Jones.
he ain't wrong though because basically
Yeah.
he has accolades to his name. He's won the Premier League. He's an FA Cup
Oh,
winner.
and
He's a
then,
Europa League winner.
mhm. Yeah, and
And
then
so
the man is greater than Jimmy Carragher.
and Steven
He
Gerrard.
is, and Gerrard, and Gerrard. He is, he is.
Man got more
Man,
silverware.
man,
Okay,
basically, Phil Jones is made for this.
let me just address this because Mark Lewis just trying to see if he can make fun of me here, dog. I
Well,
keep telling this guy I like Wegos, but he's not the player of the season. Come on,
My
let's not do this here today.
Phil Jones,
Let's not
Phil,
do this here today.
Phil Jones, Phil Jones for me is Mace. You can make all the way you want to make fun of Mace. Mace are hits. Mace are hits. No, no, because basically what Robert did is what Jay-Z did to Mace 12 years ago when Jay-Z said in the bar, and I quote, "That is not Rolex diamonds. What did you do to your watch?" That was directed at Mace. And I cannot believe it. It's disrespectful. But guess what? We all know Mace and Mace be getting money. So guess
yes.
what?
Correct.
You
Mhm.
can't make fun of
Correct.
Mace.
No,
Correct.
nope.
All right. So my player of the season, I think I kind of echo the majority of the panel sentiments. I mean, I have to give it to Casemiro because, like I said, the
You
way that
know,
he's coming and he's really transformed the midfield. Like I said, giving us that spine that we've had that we needed, especially because we were missing a defensive midfielder. We were missing mobile players in that midfield as well too to kind of support Bruno as well too. I mean, we had a few that unfortunately didn't have the legs, as we still see that they don't have the legs in Turin. But yes, so we've been looking we've been looking shaky in the midfield for a while now. So this is a player that we needed. This is someone that we needed, and then Lisandro Martinez has proven to be one of the
All
perfect
you need
partners
is Gerard.
for Rafael Varane. And
Hey,
I love the energy
we
that
are
he
we
is given
allowing
to
that?
this
We
team.
allowing that chat? Hey, we allow it. Oh my
What did I
God.
say? What did I
Oh my
say?
God.
What did
Oh
I
my
say?
It's not
I mean,
nice. Not nice.
is is Ole Mendes remind me of
Somebody
Al
get
Poe from
ice.
Paid in Full, boy. Ole Mendes worse than Al Poe in Paid in Full, boy. Jeez. Jeez.
Listen, I ain't got a word to say. I mean, at the end of the day, I spoken the truth. I spoken the truth, and I mean, we've seen the difference. I mean, we've become a team that actually has a bit of fight in us. That we have players that are a bit more reliable. We
Mm-hmm.
have players that ain't busy dancing.
Nope.
What else is improved? I mean, I think we need some work on the goal scoring front. That's all I can really say. But
Mm.
you can see that there's a sense of an identity with this team now, and
Greg,
I can basically put that down to Eric Ten Hag's work as well too. So he wouldn't get player of the season, but I mean, he likes to say that a coach can't perform magic. I feel basically he's our ball Doctor Strange because
Mm.
that had to be what going on there. That's the only thing I can put it down to.
Mm.
So the team
Greg,
has shown me
Greg
that they
should,
are capable.
Greg should stop singing and just be a rapper at this point. Just be a rapper, dog. Just be a rapper, dog. Just be a rapper, dog.
Only thing Man City would have run through Real Madrid like that if Real Madrid still attack the mirror.
Nope,
No,
No,
nope, nope.
no.
they were
Exactly.
missing a DM, an experienced DM at that.
Yeah.
And the damn sure wasn't Danny Ceballos.
Yeah, Kamavinga and Tuchemani, yeah, but
They,
they're still
they,
young.
they come in, yeah, they come in.
Yeah, they're still young. It wasn't fair. It wasn't fair.
Look at Courtney conduct now. This is the question you're asking. Most disappointing player of the season. Oh my god.
You
I
see,
already know who's gonna win this one.
Glazer.
He's got a shout. He's actually got a good shout.
Avram
Though he and Joel running neck and neck. He and Joel running neck and neck.
Avram Glazer is probably the biggest player hater I ever see in my life. He don't like seeing people shine, boy.
no.
Avram Glazer is a man. If you selling drugs, he go call the police
Hey,
on you
yes.
because you selling more drugs than he. That's what he doing. That's what he just give me, dog. You ever see that sketch of Dave Chappelle player hater of the year? That's
Yes.
Slink Johnson. That's
Yes.
Silky Johnson,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Avram Silky
That's
Johnson, Glazer. Every
those of
time,
you who-
every time
For
I
those
see
of you who
Glazer,
don't understand the reference, for those of you who don't understand the reference, check out these seasons of Chappelle Show. I think that was the second season.
every time I see Glazer, I just go hit, because he don't deserve no booze. He
Oh my
he don't
goodness.
deserve booze, boy. He just deserve hate.
All right. So seeing as they brought up this topic, right now the most disappointing player this season, Mark is saying Sancho and Martial. I'm kind of
Damn.
inclined to agree,
Martial.
especially with Anthony
Yeah,
Martial.
boy. Yeah, dog.
Did
Yeah.
you all see the man's face over the weekend? If saw a face
Yeah.
was a thing, my word. That man's face was sour.
And
Sour,
Courtney is
sour.
saying Anthony was his disappointment of the season.
I'm not surprised. You know why? Because Courtney has a bias against men who can't use the right foot. And I agree with him. I
Wow.
agree with him.
Like I said, I've been calling Anthony Derek Zoolander all season.
What the hell?
Because you know how Derek
Wow.
Zoolander can't turn left. Apparently Anthony can't turn right.
Wow.
Be, tell you right.
That man have no faith in his right foot at all.
No, I tell you,
None.
me,
I
And,
hope
and,
he
the, and
work
the
on
one
that.
time he decided to use it, he actually got an assist.
I tell you,
Yeah.
and I
Anthony
have
the
had
street-
numerous
Anthony the-
conversations. This man refuses to use his right foot. Look, even over the weekend, right? The guy had a breakaway, right?
Mm.
You beat the man.
Yes.
Yeah.
All he had to do was
Yeah,
shoot
that's
the right
yeah.
foot. He couldn't do it.
Anthony the street.
Yeah.
Anthony the street. He right foot like how I treat the last.
Pull it back.
conversation.
It's kind
Oh.
of like the joke when they made with Arjen Robin. And anybody remember the YouTube series The
Oh.
Champions? Anybody remember the
You
YouTube
say
series The
how?
Champions? And
What?
the fellas like
What?
Robin, can you sort your feet out? And he's like, okay. He's like, wait, I have two of these.
I just seeing.
Uh-huh.
And Anthony the street, he right like oh I treat the last guy who say shit like me.
How, CJ, how?
There's a lot
Robert.
of distrust based on past behavior. There's a lot of distrust. Can't do it.
Hello, I don't want you busting your files on air for Robert to throw it back in your face. You had to be smarter than that, dog.
I
Sometimes
went to
you had to know
I
the
went
plea
to-
defense out there, dog.
I was going to say the girl name as Glazer, you know. That's how I just
Says Gango, she
We,
does here.
we,
Maybe, maybe.
we.
Oh my goodness. So let me get you guys. Let me get your disappointments of the season. Who wants to go first?
I'll go first.
All
Uh,
right.
Now, for real, I think the most disappointed player, it kind of is between Martial and Sancho. Like, I like Sancho. I understand what Sancho has been through, but I'm
Mm,
not going to say it was like a season where he did anything for me. So it was disappointing, but Martial has to go as the most disappointing because
mm,
the thing is, everybody trying. Like, everybody tried, everybody was doing something. Martial, Martial was out here just being a passenger. Even the game where he made the facial reaction, I tell myself, why this man looking like Usher in a music video when he find out he get cheat though? But I be slighting like it has to be Martial at this point. Well, this was disappointing, boy. No, you can't say Donny because he got injured, so we can't really
exactly.
put
Yes.
anything on him. So he got injured. So it's really Martial, boy. It really is Martial.
yeah.
Appar-
All
apparently, Chad has a different take. He said that the Glazers still here. That's the biggest disappointment. I mean, hell,
hey, no, no,
Oh
no.
yeah,
let's be. We could go all day into that. Guess who's your disappointment for the season?
Marshall. That'll be Marshall, right?
Wow.
In the beginning, I mean, we don't really consider preseasons, but the games in the preseason, right? You saw how Ten Hag wanted to play, and that link up between Marshall, Rashford, and Sancho was evident, right? That could at least fit Marshall. That could at least carry me through the season. But even when he get back fit, he gained a kind of Ronaldo kind of vibes. Like he couldn't be bothered to be here, right? We gonna make that decision easy for you, hopefully.
Hmm.
There's the door. Use it.
Hey, let's say I savage, right? What's your Chad up with up here? What's your president Chad up with up here?
Hey, no, 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 no. You see, Chad can't say nothing, right?
Why? Why Chad gets
Because
it? Up?
I tell you why. Tell you why. Because Chad was the man who was the president of the Martial In Club. And I told Chad
Wait,
from,
you
from the
ain't dirty
beginning of the
laundry.
You
season,
sure
I
about that?
said, I did. Trust me.
You sure about that?
Yes, he was. He was all about, yes, Martial had a stay. I said, do not get tied up with preseason. Martial is the new preseason Polo. Don't get tied with preseason.
Wow.
These
Wow.
men don't understand the scene.
And
Let
here and here, I thought
let
that name was retired with Andreas Pereira.
no. I told Chad, I said, Chad, let Anthony Martial wife get unstructured. You will see how fast downhill. I told Chad, and then what happened? His ex-wife and his wife on the highway playing speed. I'm playing GTA,
Fast and Furious.
Fast and Furious. You understand? And all of a sudden, the man formed going so. I told people, I said, Chad, you see, when we bought Greg Horse, I said, this man is going to fail. A man said, no, it's Martial. How much games right have we not seen? Martial start, and what happened to him? You get a hook. Martial start,
Man
you get
say,
a
or,
hook.
or injured halfway.
How
Robert
could
say, man,
you? Yeah.
Robert say he most excited to Marshall was his two ex-wives living life a quarter mile at the time, yeah. So, you know, right?
I tell you, I, I told people Anthony Martial is not a footballer.
Oh my
For him and that.
goodness.
But nobody didn't want to believe me. I said Anthony Martial is not ready. He can never be number two, right? Because the man is number five.
Oh,
He needs to bust up. I'm not surprised. And then
oh
the
my
man
goodness.
face so sour. It's so sour. And the man walked down the the, the where he went, where he went, he
Sevilla.
gets sub and he walked out. Right? Man walk out. He gone. I pray I never see you again. Martial dog is a waste of time, dog. He's a waste. I don't know why people
Oh,
don't understand.
since 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 he can't like to drive pretty Wiz Khalifa when he leaving, as they say, see you again.
Oh
Uh,
no. Oh no.
yeah,
Hey. Anyway, so I guess we can all safely agree. I think we can all safely agree Anthony Martial is the is the disappointment of the season, I'm guessing.
Yeah,
All right, my God. This has been
I
too much fun,
don't
but
know.
unfortunately, we're being told that we're overstaying our welcome. It is last call at the bar, so we're just gonna look to wrap things up here. 2 games left, guys. Basically, we need a point to secure top four, either Chelsea or Fulham. But hell, I don't want us losing to Chelsea in any stretch of the imagination. Neither Fulham, but
I want to win against Chelsea. Actually,
thank you.
Hey,
And I think we all do because we ain't trying to lose to them men who
yeah.
passport dry rotten for Europe next season. Basically,
wow.
Stamford Bridge is a no-fly zone for European teams next season. So as far as I'm concerned, we just need
Most
to just do our part, and we'll be hearing the Champions League anthem next season. So
man, I go to a Champions
Put
League
him in
anthem.
the
Yeah?
coffin first.
yeah, basically we'll have Raul play the pallbearer rhythm in the background and bury them to that in the meantime. So
When
yeah,
when I play Champions League, go to recorder. Yeah,
uh, guys, this guys, we want to say thank you to everybody who's in the comments: Courtney, Chad, Mark, um, Martin, everybody who's been here. Thank you all for tuning in. Adrian, thank you for your contributions. So on behalf of Robert, Devin, Kess, CJ, your boy Greg B, we appreciate everybody who's coming and put in their 2 cents. Like, share, subscribe, and as President Chad always says, Red Devils, we don't die, we multiply. Take care, folks.
Hey, if you appreciate what we're doing here at the United Hour, please like, please subscribe, and let's grow this community.